Hello, my amazing chalking friends. Welcome to Thursday Night Chalkin'. I am totally winging it tonight. This is either going to be adorable or an epic fail. So if you're going to epic fail, you might as well hit the live button and do it live, right? So that's what we're doing. I had this vision, and it's a very rough vision. Normally I have a clearer vision, but today is a very rough vision of a Santa tray. You know, where it has the little place for the cookies and a little place for the milk and then a little place for like the treats for the reindeer. That's what I'm trying to recreate. We don't really have anything like that. We have pieces like that. So I have pulled, I mean, you should see the piles of transfers behind me. I have pulled all kinds of different transfers out because I'm going to try to recreate something like this. I don't know if it's going to work. I mean, I'm just doing full disclosure. I don't know if it's going to work because it really is this vision in my head, and I'm trying to create pieces out of other things. So hopefully it's going to work. Hopefully you guys will help me out, and we're going to make something really cute when we're done. That's my intention anyway. So, welcome everybody. I'm making Maria. I'm your Chalk Couture independent designer. I'm going to show you tonight how ridiculously creative you can get with these transfers, because we are going to truly create something that I'm making up in my head as I go along, which should scare us all, right? Maria's making something up in her head. But that's kind of the beauty of using these transfers, is just because there's not a transfer that says Santa's cookie plate, it doesn't mean you can't make one. And that's where I think getting creative with them is the fun part, when you have the time to just kind of, you know, think through the transfers that you have and what else can you make with them. So that is what we are doing here this evening, is we are going to take this very cool red tray that I made. I'm so proud of myself. I made this really cute little red tray, and we're going to make this into a Santa cookie plate tray thing. That's my goal. You with me? Keep your fingers crossed. I hope you got a glass of wine. This could be really entertaining this evening. So thank you, Miss Nevada Nicole. I very, very much appreciate you doing that. When you do that, it really helps me. So if you can please take the time to hit that button, it does help me. And then your name goes in here. So let's do hashtag cookies tonight, because we're making a cookie tray. So if you can do hashtag cookie when you do this, then I know you did it. And Nicole, you don't have to do it again, because Nicole, you share me every night, so I just know and put you in. I do look. I do confirm though. But if you can send me out into the world, then your name goes in here, and on Mondays we pull the name out as to who helped me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so let's get to chalking, because this is going to be, I don't know. So I have this really cute red tray, and I did actually cut this wood all by myself. This is a 1x8. That I literally took the 1x8. I cut two ends. I glued them on and nailed them. I'm getting so fancy with the pneumatic nailer. I'm so proud of myself. And I drilled the holes and screwed the little handles on all by myself. The other day I called it our not craft room, wood room, wood workshop. I called it our workshop the other day, and I got the look of, you get out of my workshop. And I'm like, it's our workshop now. And he's like, no. This is my workshop that I let you occasionally come in. But now I'm getting all fancy. So today I said, I really think that someday I should have my own drill. Don't you think I need my own? I mean, I needed to drill the little holes, and we're in the middle of a remodel project. He took the day off. He was working on the remodel project, and he needed his drill. And I'm like, I really think that someday I should get my own. And do you know, this is how much the man loves me. He went into his little workshop, and he said, I don't use this one anymore. You can have this one. And I'm like, and he was teasing me. But anyways, I'm digressing. We have cookie things to make. We got a lot of cookie things to make. So what we're going to do is, I think we're going to use this edge. So I'm pulling like lots of transfers out. I don't think I have any retired. I tried not to do retired. It's kind of hard though to not do retired when you're trying to make something specific. But I think this is going to be our plate We're really just going to do the edge of the circle, and in the middle, we're going to put Santa's cookies. That's step number 1. Then we need a little circle for Santa's milk, and we need a little circle for reindeer food with reindeer. But now that I'm spacing it out, I think we can go a little bit bigger. I guess I do have one retired transfer out. So here's our cookies. I'm going to take our cookies from Let's Bake Cookies. I'm just going to use the word cookies. Then we need the old Santa, right? So for Santa, I know this seems crazy, but I have this big, huge, this is a really cute transfer. It's Santa's list, and it's got the little who's been naughty, who's been nice list on it. We're just going to use the word Santa. So that's how we're going to make Santa's cookies. Santa's would be plural, yep. Santa cookies. Santa's cookies, right? We're going to make it plural even though it's not supposed to be. I don't know if it's supposed to be or not. But I'm going to pull out this big, huge transfer so we can use one word. I made a bunch of these little Santa's lists last year. They were very popular. But we literally just need the one word. So again, that's where sometimes it's just nice to have a little collection of transfers that you can get all creative with. All right, so this is gonna make, and I know the fonts are not quite, you know, but it's just gonna have to work because they're the right size. So we're gonna make a circle. We're going to do Santa's cookies, because then you could literally take your plate of cookies and put it right here if you were a little person, right? Maybe we'll put Santa's cookies in the middle, and then we're going to put some reindeer and some milk. So my thought was, again, we need little circles, right? We need a little circle that says milk. So these are the, what are they called? Locally grown minis. We're going to use a couple of things from the locally grown minis. We're going to use the carrots for the reindeer food. We're going to use the word milk. And I think we might use the circle for this one. I just don't know if it's big enough. And I don't know if they should both be the same size or not. I was debating a little bit about that. So I have a couple other circle choices that I had pulled up, but I think I then put them away. And then my other thought was, look at the cute little itty bitty tiny reindeer. So we could put the cute little tiny reindeer and the carrots, or we could do part of this reindeer's head. I like this reindeer better than this little itty bitty. I do think it needs to be a little bit bigger. So we've got some carrots and the reindeer. We do have the really big reindeer head from the Season's Greeting Chalk Couture transfer. I just need a circle that these guys are going to fit in. Now there is this isn't a complete circle though, this is a snow globe guy. I did have other circles out. What did I do with them? Oh, here we go. I thought about, no, this one's not any bigger than that one. Plus, you know, it might be kind of fun if they had a little bit of pizzazz to them. This is the, what's this one called? Build-A-Ribbon. I thought we could even use this. And maybe we put the reindeer in there. We put the reindeer in there with some carrots. It's kind of, well, I think we're going to need it big because we're going to need to fill up the space. Hello, Miss Terry. Hello, Miss Carol. Welcome, everybody. We're making a tray for Santa's cookies tonight, and we're totally going off the rails. Just warning you now. Totally off the rails. I am making this up as I go. I didn't even see an example. I know, right? So I think we start with Santa's plate with his cookies, and then we build around it because then I think we'll be able to judge sizes of things. So we're going to use the cookies from Let's Bake Cookies, and we're going to use Santa's cookies. Yeah, they're almost like the perfect size together. And we're going to use this big, huge circle. So I was thinking, because it fits inside of it, right? I think Santa, it does. Yeah, so these will fit inside. So maybe if we put the cookies, the milk, and then the reindeer food. Milk, so maybe milk, reindeer food. So kind of do it diagonally. You think we should So I'm using these words kind of as my gauge. We could put the words, because obviously it's a circle. It doesn't matter how I put it on the board. The little circle on the award transfer looks good. This little guy here, yeah, I don't think I necessarily want the two circles to be the same either. So we can totally get creative. But I think first we got to start with the big circle. All right, so I'm going to take this transfer. I'm going to put it in the middle of our board. I'm just going to do the edge of it. I'm not going to do the whole thing. And again, it's a circle, so I don't really have to worry about lining it up. So I'm just going to go around it. We are just going to very simply, I was going to just use white. For the plate, right? I mean, we could do the words in. I don't know what color we would do the words in, though. So I'm going to stir up my white. We could do the words in black. Oops, as I'm throwing paste at myself. Sometimes when you put chalk or water on the top of your paste containers, just be careful when you stir them because you end up with chalk all over yourself because it splashes. All right, so I'm stirring up my chalk. I want it to be creamy. Sour cream like. If it's not, take my spray bottle, I just get a little itty bitty tiny teeny weeny drink of water. And then you stir. Okay, so we're good to go on our chalk. I'm just gonna do the edge, but I'm not worried about if I go off the edge because I can wash it off. I did paint this board with exterior gloss. So it should, if I get something on it where I don't want it, it'll wash right off. So I'm going to grab my multi-purpose tool because it has the right size squeegee. I'm going to dip it in my chalk paste so I get the chalk paste on it, and I'm literally just going to go around to create a circle. Again, if I get it someplace that I don't want it, I can wash it off. I'm going to be careful that my chalk paste doesn't dry as I go because I'm taking a little more time, and as we all know, chalk paste dries extremely quickly. So you do have to be careful because if your chalk paste dries on the silk screen, and I'm going all over the rails here, if it dries on the silk screen when you go to pull your silk screen up, it's going to take the chalk with it. So you do have to be careful. Time is not your friend when it comes to chalk. I'd rather put chalk where I don't want it so that I can wash it off than let my chalk paste dry. So if I'm going too slow, Nicole says to do it all in white. Okay, that's what I was thinking too, Nicole. So I'm going to carefully pull my transfer off, and you'll see I went all over the board here. But that gives, it actually kind of doesn't look so bad that way. That gives me my circle. I'm going to put that in my water bath. I'm going to wash it off. I'm going to let this dry before I clean up my circle because I don't want to smear what I've already done. I just want to remove what I don't want. And inevitably, because my chalk paste is wet, I will stick my finger in the part I didn't want to. Okay, so I'm just giving it a dry. Doesn't take very long at all. And now I'm going to go back. And I'm going to wash off where I got it, where I didn't want it. I'm going to do it in 2 swipes. First I'm going to get the layer of, the thicker chalk off. And then I'm going to go back and clean it up. That one has chalk paste all over it, so I have chalk paste all over my hand. So sometimes it's fun to just totally think outside the box with your transfers. Some people, that's all they do, is think outside the box and totally create different things. One time, I made a really cool Halloween one, and I used I can't even tell you how many different transfers I made. I made like these mason jars of venom and stuff. It was really fun. That was like way, way back when. So I'm going to move it around. So we're going to put in the middle of our plate Santa's cookies. And again, I'm using a large variety of transfers because this particular design does not exist. in our chalking world. But we have the technology to create them all on our own, right? Because we can just use transfers in different parts of transfers. We can use different words from different transfers, different pieces. It's one of the nice things about having a collection is sometimes you can just play the whole game of what can I create with my transfers that I haven't already thought of, that is totally outside the box. Okay, so I got my circle back to being a circle. I got my excess pieces off. So now I have a really nice circle. I'm just gonna again dry off because now I've gotten it wet with my baby wipe. And we're gonna stick the words Santa's cookies in the middle. So, where'd my cookies go? Here's my cookies. We'll start with the cookies. We're gonna put cookies in there, and then, oh, Santa, where are you hiding? Oh, there he is. Maybe we'll start with Santa's. I'm gonna take this transfer off. Did you notice I'm not fuzzing? It's because I painted it with enamel paint. Not enamel paint, exterior gloss paint. And I should be fuzzing it. And because this bad boy is big and huge, I'm going to fuzz. Plus there's a lot of stick to this transfer because I'm really only going to use that one word where it says Santa's. Now I'm not using the whole transfer, I'm not sticking the whole transfer down. Okay. And I'm just going to stick Santa in here. Knowing that I do, obviously want to be straight. I also need to give myself enough room to put the cookies. And somewhat be transferred, centered. If this doesn't work, we'll wash. I think I'm up. I think I'm up too high. The other reason that you have to be careful with fuzzing is you don't want the stick to pull off the chalk that you already have placed. Okay, so we're just going to quick do Santa. So we're just doing the one word. So the transfer that I used to make the circle is not a transfer that's available because it's obviously Chalk Couture's logo. So you have to be a designer to have that transfer. But there's other transfers that have circles on them. It was the first one I grabbed. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. Okay. If this works, man, this is gonna be adorable. I'm usually excitable today. Okay, I'm gonna set that aside. It's a big transfer, so I don't want to stick it in my water bath. I'm gonna dry my Santa. Okay, other than the fact it's not centered, so far it's really cute. I'm drying it so I don't smear it. And look, it's red and white, right? I mean, how cute. It looks like it will be fine. Okay, thanks, Nicole. All right, so now we're just gonna stick cookies underneath our fun little Santa. Santa's cookies. And then your cute, adorable little person on Christmas night has a place to put their little things, right? For the big guy. Okay. So now we're doing cookies. Hey, Verge! We're going off the rails tonight, Verge. We're getting totally creative with 5 million different transfers. Okay. That's so cute. Stick this in my water bath. The only, we could get, zhuzhy when we're done, but first we're working on our concept, right? So now I'm drying cookies. And I don't think it's too big of a deal that the fonts are not the same. I would have preferred, if I had to say, I would have preferred a script font and then a block font, so you know, a printing font. Those are the two combinations that you see together the most. But, you know, I can't be picky because I'm trying to get creative. It really is not centered. Yeah, it really is not centered. So this is my center. It's just slightly off though. So whatever we put over here, we need to put bigger. So we're gonna put our little reindeer food over here. We're gonna put our milk over here, which I think we should use, I don't know. We could actually chalk some cookies on here too. I did think of that. So I think we're gonna just use this little reindeer's head and some carrots for his. I don't mind this guy, but I do think it should be just slightly bigger. We need this one because we need the word milk out of here. This circle's smaller, so that's not going to work. I'll take this transfer apart. So I'm opening this guy up. This is the locally grown minis. I think it's retired. I'm pretty sure it's retired. I have a ton of them though, because this is a really good, I use this transfer all the time because it's kind of evergreen. You know, it's not seasonal. So I use this transfer a lot for samples and stuff like that. Try me kits. Plus, who doesn't love a good farmhouse transfer, right? And they're really nice size. There's so many different things you can do with these little guys. But again, like today, you know, we're just using the word milk. Oops, I didn't cut that all the way. There we go. Of course, it's the one in the middle. So we're gonna do milk with a circle around it. We'll probably put that up here. And then maybe we'll put, I don't know, we're gonna need to fill in the spaces, right? So if we put milk up here and then down here, we put our little reindeer head and carrots. It's not gonna say reindeer food though. Do you think that's okay if it just, maybe just put the carrots and skip the reindeer head? Is Santa gonna know what the carrots are for? I would hope Santa would know what the carrots are for. But it also needs to be a big enough circle for carrots to go on. So maybe we'll put milk up here and we'll put this guy over here with the carrots. Because this guy's bigger. So then we could stick, you know, because you need more space. I'm overthinking this. You can say it, Maria. You're overthinking it. Not that complicated. So let's pull out the ribbon guy. I mean, it is a circle, right? We could do, I'm gonna just cut them out so we can kind of play. This guy is actually smaller, right? Okay, Nicole, are you saying, of course, to, you know, Santa knows what to do with the carrots. He doesn't need me to tell him what to do with the carrots. Santa's a smart guy. So this is a little smaller than this one, and so it's kind of in between the two sizes. So I think we'll do this one for the carrots. We'll do this one for the milk. We'll just put, because milk's gonna fit in that one really nice. And then if we need to zhuzh up, we can zhuzh up. We just gotta start thinking about what are we gonna zhuzh up with. And do we even need to really zhuzh up? Maybe simple is better, right? So I'm gonna put our little reindeer guy here. Bring him down a little. Again, we can wash it off because it is a wood surface, but because it's a gloss surface, it's going to be very forgiving. It's not like wood, like raw wood that's not finished. It's finished wood. So my chalk is not absorbing into the wood. Smooth out your lines. If this works, this is going to be adorable. Maria, you're making it too hard. Breathe. Thanks, Verge. I know, Verge, I do that. Okay, so now we're pulling up that little start. I'm going to set that aside just in case. I don't want to put that in my water bed. I'm just excited about this project. I think it's going to be really cute if it works. Okay, I'm breaking my cardinal rule. Don't touch chalk paste that's wet, but I'm going for it. The reason why I go for it anyway is it is easier to clean up chalk paste when it's wet. You just gotta take your time. And don't stick your finger in the part that you don't want to do. It's a 50-50 chance every time. Okay, so here's what we've got so far. I don't even have little kids and I think this is adorable. You could use the greens from the November. Which one was November? Isn't that bad? I can't read. December was welcome. November was November Season's Greetings. I think that's the one I'm using the reindeer from. Okay, so I want it to be good and dry, so I can put my carrots in between. Where'd my carrots go? The carrots are little. That's the only thing. So we could put carrots. That's our milk. I mean, we could just do his little head. Let's try it. All right, what do we got to lose? We can wash it off. We're just going to use his little head. And we'll put more than just the two. We'll do more than the 2 carrots. That might be up too high. I mean, I could put the whole thing with some carrots. Actually, the whole, hang on. Hold the phone. The whole thing fits. We could put the whole reindeer. Gets a little tricky doing his back feet because they go into these lines. But we could do the whole reindeer and some carrots. If I got the reindeer straight, we could do that. It's really hard when the transfer's crooked. So the whole thing. Okay, do the whole thing. Okay, I'm gonna do the whole thing. Just because you said so, Nicole. And then we'll put his little carrot. Should we put the carrots on top of him? I think we could put him over here. And we could put the carrots here. Let's try that. All right, we're going for it. If we don't like it, we'll wash them off. For just saying the whole thing too. Okay, good. Because that's what I did. I hate that darn Facebook delay, don't you? This particular transfer, this little postcard one, is really cute. Ooh, Nicole is saying under. Too bad. Darn it, Nicole. I need my little itty bitty squeegee. And it was one of those transfers that when it came out, I'm like, what the heck are we going to do with that? And I've seen so many cute things made with this little guy. Okay. Sorry I'm late. Did you make the surface? Yep, Kathy, I did. It's a 1x8, Kathy. It was crazy easy to make. So we're going to put our carrots up here. I don't know. We'll see. Gotta dry him. And we need to fix up his leg a little bit because he's got part of the lines from the postcard. So I'm just drying him. So Kathy, it's just a 1x8 that I cut and then I cut 2 smaller pieces of the 1x8 and I wood glued them and nailed them from the bottom up, nailed them on, and then I painted it with just red exterior paint so it could get wet and I didn't have to seal it. I will still seal it, obviously, because I'm putting chalk on top of it, but I didn't want to have to seal the whole thing. Okay, so I need to fix his little legs. Actually, I'm going to use my detail tool to fix his little legs because that will be much easier. The detail tool is really nice for this kind of stuff because it just literally scrapes it off and then you can just wipe it off, the rest of it off. He really does only have one back leg though. I'm going to try to not let that bother me. It's hard to not let that bother me. I have a little residue, so I'm just going to real quick, real easy. There we go. Get the residue off. And let's give him some carrots. I don't know. I think the reindeer should have been the other way. If I ever make any more of these, I will no, it's gotta go this way. Okay, put our little carrots down. Get these real quick. You can tell that I've moved to gift making season because my projects have all changed up, right? I'm making all kinds of gifts right now. I'm a little behind. Could be because we're in the middle of a home project. Should I put more carrots on? I'll hold it up so you can see it. Does he need some more carrots? I could put some, maybe one more. Should we have 3? Only 2. He needs more carrots. Nicole is saying no. No more carrots? All right. I think that's what you're saying. No more carrots. I can take instruction well. It's not the best circle. I'm not crazy about the circle. But it's a nice size to put carrots on. I'll give it that. But it's not really a circle, right? It's a ribbon. Shh, don't tell. Nobody's gonna know. Verge is saying no too. No more carrots, no more carrots, no more carrots, right? Is that what you're all saying? I think that's what you're all saying. No more carrots. All right, so now let's put our milk. Here's our milk word. We need our milk circle. We're going to use this circle. I don't think I want it to be that symmetrical. I mean, we could put our milk up here, but then what am I going to put here? What could we put here? We could put our milk down here. See, I told you that the rails were coming off tonight, and I was totally going rogue, which means I have to think this through. We need, if we're gonna put this, I don't want to put it, you know, then we have an angle. We could put it down here with our milk. We could put it here with milk. Napkin. Oh, good Lord, Carol, what would we use that could be a napkin? What could we use that could be a napkin? Milk on top right, right? Top up here. You don't think, Kristen, that that's too much in a line? And how are we going to fill in our space? All right, hang on. When in doubt, then we just, you know, pull out 5 million transfers. Because it's not like I don't have a few to pick from. Sleigh. Don't think there's a sleigh that size-wise is gonna fit there. All right, so I'm flipping through my transfers, my Christmas transfers. No, you can put something under milk. We could put cookies. because we could use cookies. I do like that don't open till December 25th, but that's not really appropriate. Wish list. Merry Christmas. Oops. I love you to the North Pole and back. I have in here. I don't know if I want it. It should be a word. Could you put a wide piece in a fun ribbon wrapped? Yes, I could, Carol. And I have these really cute, like, little gingerbread boys that we could put on here, too. I could put cookies. I mean, obviously, that seems logical, right? That there would be cookies on the board. So I could take the... Stick my transfers together. I could take that Mrs., you know, the North Pole Cookie Company has those really cute sugar cookies. I could fill it in with some sugar cookies. Hang on, I'll grab that. I have the sugar cookies right here. So we could do that. Oh, the cookies are huge though. We could do some snowflakes. That would work if we did snowflakes. I have stockings. Making a list and checking it twice. We could do snowflakes, that might work. That's not a bad idea. I am now dropping. Alright, so my choices are snowflakes. Oh my gosh, I'm dropping transfers everywhere. I come in from the cold. That might work. So I have this transfer here. It says come in from the cold. Santa's got to come in from the cold and have a treat. What's on here? Merry Christmas obviously works. The stockings? They're big. That's the only problem with the stockings, is they're big. See, when you go off the rails, how about ho, ho, ho? Although, if you watch the Christmas Chronicles on Netflix, he does not say ho, ho, ho. But this one has this really cute little ho, ho, ho. Stick that on here. That might be cute. The stockings are big. The stockings just don't fit. Alright, let's do the milk. What do I do with my little circle guy for the milk? What did I do with this circle? Here it is. Alright. We could do snowflakes. What about love? Insert the last name. Oh. Hey, Nicole. Welcome. I haven't seen you in a long time. Oh, a candy cane. What has a candy cane on it? This is like Maria diving in her memory of transfers that she owns. And then it has to be something that's in this room because, well, not that. As you can tell, I don't have no problem walking away from you guys and leaving you here as I'm roaming. You could put the kid's name. That's not a bad idea if you wanted to personalize it. Hashtag work it. Yeah, not. Dashing through the snow. Snuggle weather. Eat? No. Love you. We've got love you dearly. Just do the love you. Do love. That's a very, very old transfer. We do snowflakes. Got 5 million snowflakes. We could, ooh, you know what we could do? We could do naughty, nice, I tried. That might work. Put the milk over here. And then do naughty, nice, I tried. That might work. That'd be kind of funny, actually. Let's see. If we put the milk here, isn't there stockings on the gnome transfer? I don't have the gnome transfer, Nicole. I sold them all. Hanging with my gnomies? Yeah, I sold that one. So we could do naughty, nice, I tried. And put the milk up here. Big chair. Don't have a chair, Verge. I'm thinking snowflakes. I mean, I like this, but if I had thought about this earlier, I would have, you know, repositioned things in other places. Like this would even be cute right in the middle. That's that. I got transfers and bigger sheets everywhere. I don't mind the snowflake idea. Or we could put our milk up here, put milk here, and then just fill it in with some greenery. So the greenery, I don't mean the ho 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 though either. Making a list and checking it twice. That might work. I have transfers everywhere. Have no fear. They are here. Here's the gingerbread houses. We could do snowflakes. Lots of snowflakes. Oh, candy canes. Ho, ho, ho. Christmas tree. Here we go. We've got the very old no greenery, do snowflakes. Different size snowflakes. Okay. I kind of like, well, let's do the milk and then we'll see. I'm a simple, you know, not too much foofy. So there's a gift. We could do a gift. We could do candy canes. That's fine. I'm feeling snowflakes. All right, first let's do the milk. We're going to put the milk up here, and then we'll go from there. So again, sometimes you just got to think outside the box with your transfers. You don't have to use them the way they're designed to be made. You can totally get creative with them. Again, I'm not going to be overly worried about making sure I stay within the lines because I can wash it off. This little tiny line would be really hard to do with a smooth if I stayed within the line. And in fact, I know for myself it's personally impossible. Just because I'm not that detail oriented. Verge likes the milk above the deer. What else? You don't leave anything else, right? Else out, right? You leave milk, cookies, and reindeer food. That's all we've ever left out. Okay, so I have to clean that up. So I can put the word milk in there. I'm gonna let it, I am gonna let this one dry first because it's the inside. Okay, I lied. I'm gonna try to get the majority of it off before it dries. Just because it will be easier to get off. So I made several of these boards actually. This is the only one I made that's red. I stained one brown, and I made one is in one gray, so that we can make all kinds of different things with these fun boards. Because I think they're a really nice size, you know, to just be a little something something for people. So I'm just going around the corner here. Okay, the rest I'm gonna wait for it to dry, because I'm getting too close to it and I will inevitably stick my finger in it. Okay, so far this is what we got. We're gonna stick the word milk in here. And we can randomly put snowflakes. What else we got on this one? This one says deliver before Christmas, Santa approved, North Pole. I like that transfer just because size-wise it's a nice little size. I'm not in love with this circle, but I know I have to live with it. So we can put some random. That's too big. We need little snowflakes. This one's small. Yeah, see, I don't think the snowflakes can be as big as the circles. I think they have to be little ones like that one. We could do the, oh, you know what? We might as well open up all the transfers, right? This is why it's really important to write the name of your transfer on the back of it. Because when you pull out every transfer you own, basically, it makes it much easier to put them away when you write the name on the back. So this one, I like the ho ho ho, and it has some really fun little snowflakes. So we could just kind of, and they're kind of curved even, so let's do that. We'll do these fun little snowflakes because they're little. They're just kind of filler. They curve, which is nice. I don't like the circle with the deer either. Thanks, Kristen. I don't either. But I need a circle that's big enough to actually put carrots inside of. Kristen, can you think of another transfer that has a bigger circle on it? I can't think of one. Which is part of my problem. I can't think of one that has a bigger circle on it. And I think, you know, you got to actually be able to put your carrots inside of it, or it kind of defeats the purpose. And I can't think of any other transfer that has a big circle in it. Let's go back to our snow globe one was too big. I love you to the North Pole and back. I don't like the deer either. I'm being totally picky now. See, this one has a circle. It's too big, and it's not a complete circle. It's almost the same exact size as that one. It does have some cute little trees, though. It also has a really adorable, look at how cute this little itty bitty tiny reindeer is. I mean, he's teeny weeny, though. We might keep him out. I think we're gonna wash this one off. We're gonna change it up. I don't like it. So feel free to, you know, end, because I'm not ending yet. And I know this is a long video because I'm indecisive tonight. So I totally get it if you don't want to hang out. So I will post the picture tomorrow of the finished product. If you want to hang out, hang out. But I'm just washing it off, hoping it's going to come off. Because again, this is a painted surface, right? It is going to leave a little bit of a residue. So I'm just going to carefully wash, trying not to take my paint off. And of course, I need a board eraser. The board eraser will take the residue off. Someday, I know this is going to be hard to believe, but someday all my craft supplies are going to be in one room. Oops, I gotta close my door. see if I can get rid of that residue without taking my paint off. I don't want to take the paint. I just want the residue. Yeah, that worked. Took a little paint, but not too bad. All right, now that we got this one gone, it freezes up a little bit. I do think that he's so cute though. Look at how he's such a little baby guy. Little tiny antlers. All right, do the O circle big enough from the, is the O big enough from the welcome? Ooh. Welcome to our porch. Oh my gosh, where do I have that transfer? That's in the other room. Welcome to our porch. I'm trying to think of that, how that transfer goes. I don't think it's going to be much bigger. I mean, we could just use this one again, and now, because we've washed it off. Never will happen. Mine are in 3 rooms plus laundry area. See, I know, Kathy K. You feel my pain. It's not a big deal when I'm just crafting all by myself. It's a big deal when I go live and want to get creative. And all my transfers are in different places. I even put my big transfers on like a rolling cart thing, thinking that I would roll them back and forth between the 2 rooms. Yeah. I don't do that either. Just because in here, if I rolled it in here, I really have no place to put it in here. Because the room is full of all kinds of other stuff. I was gonna say a naughty word. It's not naughty. I love the detail tool. It just picks that little excess paste right off. Leaves a little residue, so I do have to go back and get the residue, but it does help with the not messing up the part you don't want to mess up. You just have to be careful with it that you don't scrape so hard that you scratch. That's how you get your steps in, Kathy. That's funny. So should Santa's milk be, now that we took this one off, should Santa's milk be over here or reindeer over here and milk over here? Or should we put them on the same side? With the bike tire, ooh, look at you go, Carol. Better together, the bike tire. That is a good thought, Miss Carol. Where do I have better together? Let's think about better together. Better together is a B-size transfer. Better together. These are old transfers. These are old. Okay. Better together is not in there. Ooh. Is it bigger or is it the same size? I think it's pretty much the same size. Yep, they're almost identical. But that's a good thought. Is there another bike? What about the original bike? The tires from the vintage truck are too big. So we can't use that. Isn't it funny how, you know, you got so many. This is the perfect one, only it's the wrong way. I thought I saw that one before. So this is the original bicycle. The other one's actually bigger, because that would have been a good choice too. It's nice and thin too. Yeah, I think we got to stick with that circle. Isn't it nice how you're getting a full inventory of all Maria's used transfers. These are some blasts from the past, people. Okay, Club Couture is in a separate spot. Did any club transfers have circles on them? What about the donut one? Do not change that one. Remember that one? That one had circles for the donuts. Do not give up. Let's see what size donuts we got. So the donut is bigger, but I don't know how. What about the O from No Place Like Home? This is bad, Carol, but there's more than one No Place Like Home. Are they bigger transfers, Carol? Like, are you thinking... I don't know how we could do that donut without doing all that chalk. What if... Oh! We could use the mask. Wait! Where'd that mask one go? The one I said was perfect size, except... it goes in the wrong way. Where'd it go? One day, I'm going to have organized transfers. I keep telling myself that. One day. They're going to be very organized by catalog, so then I can find them. This guy. No, that doesn't work. Nope, he's too big to combine. It's a C size. No Place Like Home. No Place Like Home that's a C size. I think I gotta give up. Because we can totally sprinkle in these fun little. It's just we need, and we could do the circles the same size. Let's finish our milk while we reconvene. Stick our little milk in here. It'd be really cute if our little milk had a little, you know, like cup with a straw, but it's got a cow. That's not gonna work. It's No Place Like Home. My C sizes are in the other room because I hang those. So I could wheel that big thing in here, but I don't know how you guys would see it. I could take you with me. Okay, so we've got our milk. Maybe I'm overthinking and I just need to go back to I mean, this guy's kind of the same size. We could put our reindeer food closer with our carrots in it, and then that would give us again more room to do other things like our little fun little snowflakes. Maybe just kind of go like that with our snowflakes. Should we try that? Let's do this same circle. Oh, what did I do with this circle? Is it in my water bath? No, it's not in my water bath. Here it is. This little ribbon transfer. Well, we could do this now that we took that off, and we could put our reindeer food over here. What do you think of that idea? We could put our milk and our reindeer food over here together, and then we could do Naughty Nice I Tried. I don't know. I'm not it. I don't want to put as many words, I guess. But I'm not opposed to putting these guys on the same side and then putting something else here. I wish we had a smaller Santa. But all the Santas are big. Our little gnome guy would be adorable, right? Like our Valentino right there as a Christmas gnome. Kristen, which way do you like it? Well, actually, does he fit? We'd lose part of his beard. We could put Santa on here. You like the gnome. Yeah, I like the gnome too, but he's probably he's too tall. He's not gonna fit either. Boy, you know, if I had thought about what I was gonna put on this board when I cut the board, I'd have cut a bigger piece of wood. But I just cut it, and I cut it thinking I was gonna do comfort and joy on here instead, and then today I was like, I need a Santa tray. Because, you know, what the heck? That's what you do when you're Maria. I can end this. I realize, I mean, you guys don't have to hang out. I can just let you guys go, and I can figure it out later and finish it and then post a picture or two. Where is my gnome? Be my next question. I don't like the naughty nice because you're not going to check it off, because you can't check it off. It's on the board. So that's why I don't like that. But I don't mind the cookies, the milk, and the reindeer being on one side. It just gives us, and you look, see, I don't think I'm going to get that off, the residue. I think we have to put the same thing back. I think we got to put it back there because see how you guys can see that residue? It's not coming off. Try one more time. Nope, see, you can still see it. I could repaint it. I don't want to do that. Yeah. I gotta put the same thing back there. I'm not gonna get away with it. That's because it's painted wood. If it was a chalkboard, I could get away with it. So we gotta put this one back. Not only do we have to put it back, but I gotta try to line it up. Maybe a larger deer. Yeah, what do you think about if I did this deer head? I could put the carrots on each side of him. I could do that. We'll try it. We got to put this guy back. We don't have a choice. Unless I want to repaint the board, which I don't. So, we got to go back. Sorry. All that work, and I stuck right back where I was. I was really hoping it would just wash off. But that's the, you know, when you use painted wood, that's what you get. What about a rectangle plate for the deer? I don't know if you'd think it was a plate then, Alessandra. And I really went off the rails this time. So see, the reason I can wash it off now and it doesn't leave the residue is because it's not sat on the surface. If it sits on the surface for any length of time, like, you know, while I was being indecisive about what I was doing, that's when it, you know, it has that opportunity to soak in and leave the residue. So I'm just cleaning up where the bottom tails of the ribbon were. I mean, it's not terrible. Excuse me. Then I dry it. And then we'll put the bigger deer inside of it. Making sure I get dry because I am gonna layer. And then I think we'll just put the snowflakes around it. I mean, it is super cute the way it is, so I don't think we can go too wrong. And we'll throw our cute little snowflakes kind of around. Fill it in. We'll try that. All right, we're dry. Just have a little cleanup to do. The other thing I think that hurts with the residue when you're doing wood is using the heat gun to dry it, because obviously it bakes it in with the heat. I will have to seal this board because obviously if you're going to put a glass of milk on it, odds are it'll get wet. All right. And I do kind of like the fact that the circles are different. They're not identical. So I'm not minding that part. So I am fuzzing my deer because he's super sticky. This is the deer from Season's Greetings, right? The Chalk Couture transfer, which I've set somewhere. All right, so let's see. Well, you know what? We could put the deer antlers over the circle thing too. Although then it has to be a different color. Deer doesn't fit. He fits if I cut him off. We got to do them a different color. All right, so different deer or do the deer a different color. If I do the deer a different color, I can put him over a little bit and then I can put a carrot on each side of him. I don't know what other, we either have to go smaller deer, black. What about grayish or storm? So it's not so harsh, Nicole. You think black or you think grayish or storm? I am actually putting these in my water bath now because I don't want this chalk to sit on them so long. Nicole says black. What do you guys think about storm? So it's not so harsh. Not that black is harsh, but stark. I don't know, black might blend better though. I'd say shimmer, but I don't want to do shimmer on something I'm going to seal like this. A gray would be good. Okay. Let's do storm. We'll just do storm. I could have probably put him up a little higher. Yes, I could have put him up a little higher. Boy, he's sticky. Pulling it slowly so he doesn't pull the bottom chalk off. That's not so bad. It's definitely better than the other deer was. Now I gotta figure out how to fit the carrots in there. Oh. So much for stress-free crafting tonight. All right. Where'd my little carrots go? Make sure he's dry. It's not dry. Shoot. He's not dry. He's now on my hand. You know what this means, right? Maria should end this project and go to bed. This is an easy fix that I totally... Ooh. You know, Miss Kristen, you're right. Calm and Bright does have a circle. It's not a complete circle though. So there's no way to, but that's a nice size one. It's just not a complete circle. All right, so I'm gonna stick a carrot on each side of him, or just I have to because I centered him. What was I thinking? Think I can wash him off and get him off? No, because he's on the white part, Maria. You can't wash him off. Unless you're going to wash off the whole thing. We could put the carrots right over the part I just wiped off with my hand. I know, right? This is how Maria crafts when she crafts by herself. Only I don't talk about myself in the third person. I need to fix the gray if I'm going to put the carrots over it. But I really need to fuzz. Because now he's been wet, and we all know what that means when they're wet, right? Nicole's saying a carrot on each side. Well, okay, so then the next problem is the carrots are at an angle. Should you do them straight up and down? Okay, so these are my choices. I could put my carrots kind of over him. That's gonna look silly. All right. We're gonna try it this way. The key is gonna be, because the carrots angle, getting them at the right angle. I'm going to hold it up so I don't. I could have just used the same carrot. I like carrots at bottom like you can eat. Darn that Facebook delay, Verge. I don't like the carrots. I do not like the carrots the way they are. Maybe we just leave the reindeer. No carrots. I mean, Santa's got to know, right? That the reindeer and there's carrots there. That they're for the reindeer, right? Santa's not dumb. He's a pretty smart guy. If he can tell if I've been naughty or nice, right, he should be able to know that those are for the reindeer. All right, I'm going to fix my deer. Oh, phew, thanks, Nicole. I'm glad you didn't like it either. Sometimes I think I'm just whacked myself. All right, so I'm putting him back down. I'm lining him back up so that I can fix the fact that I totally stuck my finger in him. He's not lined up right now. Kristen's saying bottom. All right. Or I skip the carrots completely. You know, I just gotta say, I only have one believer in my house. And I am milking it this year for every little darn bit it's worth. My little elf on the shelf guy, you've all heard me talk about him, how I feel about this silly little elf guy, right? Not a fan. I think it's just one more torture device for parents. Lay awake at night, all of a sudden you wake up realizing you didn't move that silly little guy. And somebody's little dreams are going to be crushed in the morning, right? That's a lot of pressure for parents. So he's been retired for years. We told everybody that obviously they were just good kids. So Santa didn't need to send the elf anymore to check up on them. Well, my daughter, she's like, that elf needs to come back. It's his last year. I'm like, fine. You move him every morning or every night. She is having more fun moving this elf around for her little brother. And every morning, well, she doesn't see him in the morning because she leaves for school so early. And As soon as she comes home, or he comes home from school, she's like, did you find the elf? Soon, when she walks in the door, did Charlie find the elf? I'm like, I hope so. So he's in a mason jar with a little tag that says quarantine. So she's moving a mason jar around my house. It is so funny. All right. So now we have a deer. I'll show you. Now we have a deer. It's really kind of cute just the way it is. Maybe we don't need the carrots. And really, you guys just want me to be done with this the way it is, right? I'm so glad my kids were too old to start that. I know. I regretted it, Nicole, the minute that elf walked in my house. So we could add, you know, just some fun little guys around. I'm not opposed to this idea. Just throw a couple little white guys around and little snowy flake guys. We could do ho 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 too. Might be too much, the ho ho ho. I can't get this transfer off. I never had that problem. There we go. All right, fuzzing him. And I'm not writing the names on the backs of these transfers. In about a half hour, when I have to clean all these transfers up, I'm going to be regretting that. Okay, so we are just going to literally do these three little guys right here. I might pull it in a little closer. We're going to do them at an angle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just going to do 5 of them. I didn't know about it till my youngest. Oh, Nicole, you are so lucky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. You always do things in odd number. I don't know who made that crazy rule up, but somebody did. So I'm just getting an angle that I like. Dip in my chalk paste. Pulling it off. Okay, that's not bad. And then we'll just kind of counter it up here a little bit. I hope next year they come out with a transfer that has this on it. Just so that it'll be better, right? Than Maria trying to be crazy. All right, so I'm going to show you what we got so far. This is what we have so far. I mean, I could put some more of these guys around, or is it just simple as better? Should we just let it be? Shoot. I have to fix him. Don't touch your project when your chalk is wet. So I have to put that guy back. I have to wash him off because I smeared him. I mean, we could put a few more. I feel like it needs more just because there's a lot of dead space. And is it cohesive enough? My detail tool. Here it is. I gotta dry these. Get this guy back over here because I had to undo him. Little itty bitty teeny weeny star I had to undo. Needs more, right? I thought so, Nicole. Thank you. Put that guy back. I'm drying him this time so I don't smear him. So we're going to do a couple more up here. And basically do the same thing, just so it stays, you know, cohesive pattern-wise. Okay. Except it's that I need to balance that one. I'm not going to balance it till it's dry. I liked the idea of more of the snowflakes starting up the corner up above the deer and angling down. So kind of like a curve, right, Carol? So kind of a few more down here. I have to get one in the middle here to make it make sense. Because it seems too matchy-matchy at the moment. Yes, okay, Carol, thank you. Fill that guy in there. There we go, that's a little better. And then we can do a couple more down here. Try these three guys here. Carol, I think we're going to be up by you this weekend. If we are, I'll bring you your stuff. I'm not 100% sure, but I think we are. So see, we're just kind of filling it in, but not the whole thing, right? We don't want to do the whole thing. Just want to do a little bit. It's hard to see these other guys underneath it. One, two, three, four, five, six. Dry it, Maria. You're gonna smear it. I'll let you know, Carol. Otherwise, I know for sure we're gonna be up there next weekend. But I'm sure that's getting too close to Christmas for you. You've got stuff to make. Just trying to figure out angles to get them going the right way. Too far away. Okay. So what I did there was I pulled my transfer up, but I didn't pull it all the way up because I can tell my transfer needs to be washed, and I don't want to wash it. So I pulled it up halfway just to see if I needed to put more, which I did. Okay, I'm gonna stop soon. I think we're getting pretty close to being good. It is really cute, and I am really happy with the way it's turning out. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to do an 11, 12 right here. Okay. We'll do that one too. What the heck, right? You know, you might as well just do them, Maria. You can always wash them off. Alright, I'm stopping. Because otherwise I think I'm going to end up with way too many. because once I start, then I don't stop. But I'm thinking I don't like this one. I'm gonna wash this guy out. This little tiny dot right here makes no sense. So he's going. All right, so this is what we got. We got a little bit of a sprig. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think. Let me get rid of this guy. Yeah, this guy's too many. There's too many of these. They're right next to each other. All right, that's a little better. You know, for a vision that we just made up kind of as we went, we did a pretty darn good job, people. We got really creative. We totally used our transfers in all kinds of different ways. We could put the I don't think we need the carrots, though. I'm pretty comfortable with no carrots. We could maybe put something underneath here, but I have no idea what we would put underneath there. So I think we're gonna leave it alone. It's kind of cute. I'm really happy. You know, you put your little carrots, you put your little glass of milk, and you put your cookies. So thank you. Oh my gosh, really, I'm sorry, people. This has been Carol saying no carrots. All right, no carrots. Sorry, reindeer. You're on your own. Hopefully Santa knows what he's supposed to put there. Actually, it's really not Santa, right? It's your little people. Your little people have to know what to put there. Okay, this is cute. Now, I can totally zhuzh this up with some ribbon, too, you know, to embellish it even more. I think there's all kinds of other things you can do now that we've got the actual, you know, little design done. I think the possibilities are endless of other things you could do to, you know, enhance it. I don't know that you necessarily need to do other things to enhance it, but I think if you wanted to, the possibilities are there. Now that we have a general concept and an idea, you know, you got to start. This is our prototype, right? You got to start somewhere. Hopefully next year they'll come up with a transfer that says this on it so that we don't have to get creative like this. Thanks, Nicole. Thank you all for your help. I do think it's good. I mean, and it kind of looks like the reindeer won a ribbon. We are the only ones that know it was a ribbon. So, right? Because we know how we created it. Other people are just going to look at it and say, wow, that's a funky circle. Looks good as is, nothing more. Little kiddos don't want ribbons or bows, right? It's more for us people that have to put it out, that want it to look pretty when we leave it out all year, right? I'm really not decorating that much this year because my house is all ripped up. It's not all ripped up, but it seems that there's stuff everywhere in my house right now between drywall and fixtures and oh my gosh. I'm putting all my stuff in my water bath while we're talking. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for hanging out with me and helping me so much. It's time to hit the end button, Maria. Oh, goodness gracious, people. Right? Just, oh my gosh, Maria. All right, that's it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm really, really happy with the way it looks. I hope you all have a great night. I'll be back at you tomorrow night. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for sticking out with me so late. Ladies, go to bed. And I will talk back at you tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. Thanks, guys. See ya.